Hi, this is Dr. Pieczenik, and I'd like to address this talk to my audience and to President Trump. Mr. President, please resume the secret Afghani talks and let Zalmay Khalilzad, the neocon whom I have been criticizing for the past 12 to 15 years, give him the chance to finish up the agreement. I know Zal very well. He worked with me on the West Bank and a lot of places, but he's born in Afghanistan. He, like Ashraf Ghani, the president of Afghanistan, were both born in Afghanistan. Both were at the American University in Beirut. Both are probable CIA operatives. Both are very talented. Zalmay went to University of Chicago, became our ambassador to Afghanistan, and then our ambassador to Iraq. The point of fact is that he understands the Taliban very well because he worked with them. So let him finish up what he needs to do. There is a tension point between Ashraf Ghani, who is a professional anthropologist, worked at the Columbia University, got his PhD, and the fact that he was placed in his position as president of Afghanistan by Zalmay. So that tension has been rising to the point where I might think, I'm only saying I might think, that even the so-called Taliban attack may have been created by people on Ghani's side to hold off the continuation of the peace talks. Their peace talks are imperative. This will be a point of success for you. As I'm going to quote Brigadier General Donald Bolduc, B-O-L-D-U-C, who's been 10 times in Afghanistan. He said, look, from the very beginning, this was a disaster. Our military generals, in particular, David Petraeus, had no idea whatsoever how to fight the war, and his so-called surge was a complete failure, and all of the generals involved have been a complete failure, which is not a surprise considering we lost the Vietnam War, the Iraq War, the Korean War, all generals who have created theories and ideas which never came to success. The only general I know who has been successful were Eisenhower, who got us out of North Korean War and made sure we didn't go to Vietnam, and General Marshall, who successfully accomplished World War II. The point of fact here is, let me give you the numbers that are involved in what happens in Afghanistan if we don't have a peace talk. Number one, we've been there for 18 years. Number two, 5 to 10,000 American soldiers and employees have been killed there. Number three, we've had 20 to 40,000 wounded American soldiers and employees in Afghanistan. Number four, the cost of the war. The cost of the war is $3 trillion, not 3 million, not 3 billion, $3 trillion. That's $6,400 per individual in the United States over an 18-year period. So what we have is a failure that's compounding itself day by day. You were wise enough and understood it very carefully from the beginning to say that we do not belong in Afghanistan, we do not belong in Syria, we do not belong in Iraq. We have to bring our soldiers back home, and that's what should be allowed to continue. Let me put it this way. Zalmay knows how to finish this agreement. You know how to make negotiations happen. You know what it means when you can't effectively negotiate for a hotel or a condo or something comes up as a problem. This is exactly what happened in the Afghanistan peace talks. We got a problem. Unfortunately, an American died. But that is the price we pay to leave Afghanistan and make sure that we don't repeat what Alexander the Great was defeated. We don't repeat how the British were defeated. We don't repeat how the Russians were defeated. Lest you think I don't know anything about Afghanistan, Mr. President, I want to tell you I was there in the 70s and came back in other decades. I warned our military and our intelligence all the way back in the 70s that the Russians would come in and be defeated. Let me quote to you Tolstoy, who said the most imperative requirements for peace is our time and persistence. And also let me quote to you your words. We can lose a battle, but we will win the war, and the war is peace. Thank you.